Hey, what's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm coming. I'm coming. Don't forget Thursday night, we are going to have trivia night over here. I have invited some special guests. I know everybody is not able to make it. Some people still have to work and have other obligations, but the whole Vlogmas crew has been invited to come and hang out with us. So we have El Teddy 27 official D Spot, Peace Love, King Roman News, also Sarah and V Lenore. And I hope that you guys have been enjoying all of the wonderful vlogmas, the vlogs that they have been putting up. I really hope you guys have been going over there and checking that out. Listen, it may not seem like a big deal, y'all, but these keeping up with these vlogs is hard work. Okay, it may not seem like a lot, but having to come and do a video every day, and then you have to, I know for me it's making me remember stuff, and I've had to sit there and be like, what was my favorite Christmas, what was my favorite like Christmas movie? Like, you have to really think about some stuff. So make sure that please make sure y'all are checking those wonderful content creators out, and check out their channels and show them some love while y'all are over there. You know what I'm saying? Show them some love. What's up, everybody? Hey, Ghetto View, what's up, babes? Tracy, what's up? Peace, love. Mwah. Hey, Lady Libra. C Golden. Look at all my members in the house. Hey, China White. Brandon. What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, Xavier. Hey, babes. Very good. Very good. Xavier, do me a favor. When you get a chance, email me an address for you or your Cash App or something. Y'all, Xavier is my boo thing. We don't always agree, but he always gives us the not millennial. What generation is he? Whatever generation he is, he always gives us that point of view, and it makes for a good conversation. And he is a faithful friend over here, and I want to bless him for Christmas because I know he's a student, and I know that if he could, he would be a member. And I know I feel bad sometimes when he's not eligible for things because he is here. He is here faithfully, and he is always in the chat, and he is always providing commentary. And even when we don't agree with him, he stands in his shit, y'all, and I can appreciate that, and I can love that. So I just wanna it ain't a lot because really ain't got no whole lot of money, but I want to just bless you for Christmas, baby. A little something, just a little something. So email me your Cash App or address for you. Whichever one. I can either send you a little cash, little token, or I can put something in the mail for you. You let me know. All right. Hey, Jonathan, what's up? Jonathan gonna make me get him in 2022. Let me tell y'all something. I'm coming for Jonathan in 2022. You got 2 more weeks to get your ish together, brother. I'm coming down there. Don't make me have to come down there and take matters into my own hands. Okay? Okay. It's a new me in 2022. Okay, Xavier babes. Mwah. Hi, Meg. How are you? ReallyB don't have that money she used to have when she was dating it. Don't do me. Tracy, don't you do me. Listen. Y'all kill me with that. Listen. All I'm gonna say is I grew up in DC in the 1980s, 1990s. Do with that what you want. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Shoot, actually, if you okay, Tracy, did you go listen to my members only live on Saturday when I was telling y'all what had happened? Lady Libra, I didn't get a package, but I didn't go to the post office. I'm gonna go to the post office tomorrow. I was gonna go to the post office either tomorrow or Thursday, so I wouldn't have to make more than one trip because a couple of people told me to look out for some stuff. So I was gonna go like right before, but I'm gonna go. So no, I haven't been to the post office, so I didn't get anything, but I'm gonna go check. Oh no, baby, ReallyB don't be on corners. No, ma'am. ReallyB was never a corner girl. No. Let's just say if I were to date said drug dealer, it wouldn't be a corner boy. That's all I'm gonna say. That's it. I'm gonna leave it at that. That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't say that I did. I'm just saying if I did, it would not be a corner boy. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I'm gonna leave right there. Woo. So yeah. But y'all, can I tell y'all that I'm wiped out? I took my booster shot yesterday. I went to work today because we're back in virtual, right? So the kids aren't coming in the building, but we still have to go to work, which is stupid. It's just stupid. It's just a way to micromanage us because there's no good reason to make us go into the building. There are no students there. It's the week of Christmas. Like, ain't nobody teaching. Nobody is teaching. It's just a mess. But anyway, so I left after work yesterday and I went and took my booster shot because I told y'all I was in quarantine and there was a scare. And child, we got a letter today from my school. We had 42 positive cases of COVID in my building. The kids ain't even been in the building since Friday. So these are old cases where parents are contacting the school. Kids ain't even been in the building all week. But these are old cases that parents are finding out like over the weekend or finding out on Monday. We got a letter yesterday and it said 42. I mean, today. We got an email today saying we have 42 positive COVID cases. Mind you, we got a letter yesterday. We were getting letters over the weekend. Like, y'all, this shit is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. But anyway, so I went and took my booster. I had a booster scheduled for next week. But the way things was going, I was like, I need to take my booster now. So I came home from work and I laid down. Y'all, when I tell y'all that I have been up. I mean, I have been asleep since I got home from work. I literally just woke up about maybe 20 minutes ago. I was like, okay, it's about, well, no, it's a little bit. That's a fib. I woke up at like 6:15, 6:20. And I was like, well, let me go ahead and get up. I said I can go live for a little while. Let me see what's going on. Let me see if it's something to talk about. But I said, let me go down here and talk to my people. Let me go talk to my people. So yeah, honey, that thing wiped me out. Whew, that booster. I still don't feel great, but I feel okay. You know what I mean? But I still don't feel great. I had some deadlines, so I have to push my booster back. Girl, China. Hey, Sabrina, how you doing? Bonsu. Reimbursing me for gas? You're right. I wish. All right. So let's go ahead and jump into some things, y'all. We got a few things going on. First of all, don't forget about Trivia Night Thursday night. Tomorrow night, we'll be doing our live Insecure review with El Teddy and Darren Green. It's going to be on my channel. And somewhere this week, El Teddy and I are going to do a teacher project. I was going to try to do it today, but baby, I didn't know that booster was going to wipe me out like that. We had talked about doing one today, but baby, couldn't get it together. Did I take Tylenol? I took some Tylenol earlier today. Yeah. I took some earlier today. So yeah. Oh, thank you, Lady Libra. Excuse me. Thank you, Lady Libra. Well, I like coming down here and talking to y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's a labor of love, honey. It's a labor of love. I like coming down here and seeing what y'all got going on, seeing what the people are talking about over here. Okay. So listen, y'all may or may not have seen no notification. Well, I'm glad you're here, Miss Baythang. Every time I say Miss Baythang, I think about the bang. But thank you. Glad you are here. Glad you are here. All right, hold on. And Lady Libra, whatever you blessed me with. Hey, Keisha, that second shot got you too. Yeah, the second shot made me really sleepy too. And now this booster, it just, like I said, I don't feel good, but I don't feel like sick, if that makes any sense. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know how when you coming off of a cold, you're not 100%, but you're not feeling like you felt like when it was in the thick of things. That's kind of where I am right now. You know. So yeah, so Lady Libra, whatever it is that when I go to my post office box, whatever is there, I'm going to do a live opening up whatever blessings that y'all gave me. I have 2 gifts to open, and then whatever is in my post office box when I go tomorrow. So I'm excited. Y'all know how I am. I don't even trip over that. Whatever y'all give me is whatever y'all give me. If y'all don't, it's cool. I'm just glad y'all are here. We were trying to get to 6,000 subscribers by the end of the year, but it don't look like it's gonna happen. YouTube is playing games, y'all. I was right at 5,990, and then I started going backwards. I was like, YouTube, you are playing games, YouTube. So I lost like 10 subscribers, and I was back at 882 or something like that. I was like, see, you playing games with me. So I was a little disappointed in that, but it is what it is, y'all. It is what it is. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. When it's my time, when it's my place, it'll get there. Y'all double check and make sure y'all subscription. Make sure y'all are still subscribed, because y'all know YouTube will unsubscribe you in a minute. So just make sure y'all are still subscribed. And got the notification bell set and all that good stuff. Anyway, let's get into some of this stuff, y'all. Let's get into the. So first of all, we kind of have a follow-up to a story we already talked about. Maybe last week or the week before last, we talked about it. We talked about Diddy wanting to buy back Sean John, right? Sean John is going into bankruptcy, and Diddy wants to buy Sean John back. And so for those of you who are not familiar, Diddy sold Sean John years ago. He sold it, and then he sued them because they were still using his likeness and giving people the impression that he still owns the company. So he sued them. And as a result of his lawsuit and just a variety of other things, the clothing market changing, Sean John not being considered cool anymore. People weren't wearing, at one point in time, people was wearing Sean John, buying $1,000 Sean John suits. Nobody was doing that anymore. Like Sean John was, it was in the bargain basket down to the TJ Maxx, right? It wasn't cool anymore. So a variety of things caused Sean John to go into bankruptcy. And so Diddy wanted to buy the company back because now urban leisure is back. It's a thing again. And he was really the pioneer of that. But we see Cardi B, we see Beyonce, we see Rihanna. We see a lot of these celebrities that have these urban casual actwear clothing lines, right? We see what Beyonce does. Beyonce does an Ivy Park release. It's a limited release, and people are killing themselves to get it. It sells out, and then she waits about 6 months and give y'all another one. It's a beautiful marketing tool, and there's nothing wrong with it. Like I ain't even mad about it. So I think Diddy is like, shit, I can do that. Like, I was the king of this. I started this shit. You know what I'm saying? When you think about a hip hop name attached to a major clothing line, the first people you really think of when you think of Diddy, you think of LL Cool J with his partnership with Fubu. You think of Kimora Lee and her partnership with her husband at the time, Russell Simmons, Fat Farm. But there were really, like, the market was very, very empty at the time. And so they said that he won the bid, honey. He won the bid. And so Sean Combs now owns Sean John again. And I'm sure that probably within about 6 months, we'll be looking forward to a new, I'm sure Diddy is going to do it in Diddy style. It's going to probably be a huge runway show, and he'll probably get all kinds of celebrities in the front row, and he'll probably premiere it at New York Fashion Week or Paris Fashion Week. Like, I'm sure it's going to be a whole situation when Diddy releases his Sean John reboot. Okay. So that's sort of just an update for that story that we had talked about. Okay. Kimora tried to do that about 3 years ago, baby. Yeah, she tried to do a baby fat. The problem, and I think Sean John is going to run into the same problem. See, we are a finicky public. We're very, very finicky. We are very finicky about what we decide is cool, right? Once we decide something isn't cool anymore, it's really, really hard. Do I have a I don't think I have a mod in the room. Hold on, y'all. I don't think I have a mod in the room. I think I got a troll. Give me a second. El Teddy or Abby, are y'all in the bushes? Just in case it's not a troll, I'll wait. But yeah. So once we decide that something isn't cool, it is really, really hard to reset our mindset on that. And so baby fat went, it went that cycle. It was cool. It's what everybody wanted. Everybody was wearing it. All the celebrities did the runway, yada, yada, yada. And then when it was no longer cool, it's really, really hard to rebrand on that same price point level. You understand what I'm saying? This generation has no reference point for baby fat. See, when baby fat first came out, there was a reference point. We knew who Russell Simmons was. We knew who Kimora Lee Simmons. She was a supermodel. She was beautiful. She was the face of her company. She was out there on the runways and at the red carpets and all of that. Like, we knew who she was, and there was a connection to the brand, and the brand was connected to hip hop. There's no connection to baby fat anymore. Right. There's no connection to that anymore. So when you rebranded baby fat, the people who remembered baby fat or wore baby fat when it was the shit are like people in my generation and a little bit younger. And I'm going to be real blunt. Let's just go and be real blunt about it. One, most of us don't wear the same size we wore when you was first making the baby fat, okay? And you didn't take none of that into consideration on a grand scale. Like, you weren't making things that were middle age friendly. You were still trying to market that 20-something crowd. They're not wearing that shit. And the other thing is, they're not wearing $80 jeans when they can go to Fashion Nova and Shein and get the same knockoff and get it for $20. They're not doing that. We went out and bought the $80 baby fat jeans or whatever the price was at the time. They are not doing that. They're not. These kids that are going to the club and all that, baby, they're going to go on Fashion Nova, and they can go on Fashion Nova and get the Cardi B collection on Fashion Nova. And that's who they look up to. They can go on Fashion Nova and get the Meg Thee Stallion collection. And that's who they rock with. So why would they go and spend, even if it's $50, $60 on a pair of baby fat jeans that they have no connection and no reference to, when they can go to Fashion Nova and get 2 outfits for $80 before they trip down to the Miami? You know what I'm saying? The word, right? And you know what? That's it too. The word fat is outdated. Like, she should have rebranded the whole thing and found a way to incorporate fat in a cool way, but not made it, you know what I'm saying? Because you're right. None of us use that word anymore. Nobody says fat. Who says fat? Right. Karen said, I seen baby fat at Walmart. Okay. Right. You have to be linked to into current culture. Right. Ain't nobody buying $80 jeans. Exactly. But see, but Xavier, we did. Xavier, we did buy $80 jeans. That's the difference between your generation and my generation. We did buy $80 jeans. Remember True Religion, and we bought $80 jeans. Hell, when I was a kid, remember Jordache and Vidal Sassoon and Gloria Vanderbilt? Yes, we bought $80 jeans. Hold on, y'all. I got another troll. Hold on. I'm ashamed I used to have my parents spend that much money on those brands. Girl, I look back on the money that, child, you and me both, honey. You and me both, child. She should have been more inclusive, maybe use some actual plus size model diversity is the key. Kim was lazy with the rebrand. Well, Kimora, I hate to say this because she was such a fashion pioneer, but Kimora was out of step with where we are fashion wise. And I hope that Diddy gets a think tank full of what are y'all, Gen Zers, Gen Xers, whatever y'all are. I hope he gets a think tank full of those people who can let him know, well, this is what we'll do. They even got Fashion Over Men. Like, guys are not even going out here spending that kind of money. They're not. Men aren't wearing suits anymore. Not generally speaking. They're not wearing suits. Even executives very seldom are wearing suits in the office. They're wearing casual, business attire. They're wearing slacks and a button-up shirt, maybe a sweater, maybe a vest. You know what I mean? Like, they're not wearing suits every day like people used to. So with the rebrand, I hope that's what he taps into, because I think Kimora went into it thinking she still knew, because she brought her daughters on, and I think she brought her daughters on as part of her think tank, like they were connected. But here's the problem: they're not connected, and here's why they're not connected. They're connected to high-end fashion because that's all they've ever known. They have been walking runways. Remember, Kimora used to have her daughters walking the runway. They've been walking runways since they were 5 and 6 years old, right? They are connected to Louis Vuitton, to Christian Siriano, to Balmain. Like, the list goes on and on and on. They're not connected to mama girl that's on a budget, trying to look cute, trying to look expensive, to go to the club or to go to Miami for the weekend with her girlfriends, or to go down to Puerto Rico for the weekend with her girlfriends. They're not tapped into that because that's not their reality. They don't know that life. They get on private jets and they fly to the Maldives. You know what I'm saying? They don't get on Spirit Airlines and fly down to Puerto Rico like that. And they don't sleep, 5 to a room. That is not their reality. And so I think when they went into the room and they were looking at price points and they were looking at sizes and they were looking at all these different things, I just don't think those conversations were being had at the table. Diddy is about to market IG model. Diddy does a lot of BS, but his marketing game is amazing. It was amazing. And that's what I'm saying, Tracy. I hope that he has kept up with where we are today, because so was Kimora. Kimora was amazing too. Remember, let me tell y'all who got it figured out. And that's who, let me tell you if that were me, you know who the first person I would call? The first person I would call would be Rihanna. Rihanna got it figured out. Rihanna's runway shows are inclusive. She has thick models, and not just one token thick model, right? She has a variety of plus size models, right? She has a variety of colors. She has a variety of sizes, of heights. She has even down to hair texture. She has a variety of, she has natural hair. Because people want to feel represented. And it may sound small that people want to feel represented when it comes to their hair, but people want to feel represented. So when you look at a Rihanna runway show and you see people who are handicapped, right? You see people handicapped on her runway. You see people who are dark. You see people who are light. You see people who are heavy. You see transgender. You see gender benders. Like, she is all inclusive. And so when you look at a Rihanna, and then her marketing is just through the roof. The way she does her runways, where you can stream it online. So again, I feel inclusive because I ain't going to New York Fashion Week. I'm not sitting in the front row. I'm not flying to Paris and sitting in the front row. But I can see the same fashion show that everybody else can see. She's got it figured out. And if that were me, that's who I'm calling. That's who I'm calling. Skims by Kim K is doing well, and a lot of items are 80 plus. I know because I be on there shopping. I think the age demo about 25 to 40. I don't know how long the shelf life will be. But here's the thing. You're right, China White. And the thing is, there's a variety, because here's what you can do. You can get Fenty, Savage Fenty or whatever. One, you can get Savage Fenty in your size pretty much no matter what size you are, right? And then Rihanna is connected. Savage Fenty is connected to a lot of like Afterpay and Karma, where you can put it on payment plan, like, pay for four, paying for installments. She also has like a VIP group where you pay a little extra. You pay a little extra every month. You pay like a little $14 fee every month, but then you get points that go towards your purchase. So she has figured out. What's up, Ebs? You were just watching my Selling Tampa review. Right. Because Abby has even done some unboxings for Savage Fenty, and so I remember, what was that, Abby? Like maybe 2 months ago, 3 months ago, you realized you had a bunch of these points that you had to use up, and so you bought a bunch of stuff because you had to use up all these points that you had because you're in the little club, the little Fenty club or whatever it is. So it's all about marketing. It's all about marketing. But yeah, so that's what we got with Diddy, child. That's what Diddy got going on, honey. I didn't mean to spend 30 minutes on Diddy, but okay. VIP is $50 a month. Okay, yeah. Right. See, Tracy said VIP got her. She got so much Savage Fenty. See? I'm telling y'all, if it were me getting ready to relaunch, that's who I'm calling. I'm calling Rihanna. And I'm like, I need to sit down with your team. I want to talk to your team. Because honestly, Rihanna's launch is even better than Ivy Park. Ivy Park does well, one, because it's Beyonce. Let's just be clear. It's Beyonce. And Beyonce did a great marketing tool by sending boxes to celebrities and having them unbox their stuff online. And so everybody was like, "Ooh, I want that." It creates the desire. It creates the desire. When you see Taraji and Ellen and then you see people like Kalen Allen, who he's a celebrity, but he's not like A-list celebrity. He's getting a box. And then you see where, Beyonce was randomly sending, quote unquote regular folk boxes, and you see it on Instagram with them unboxing their stuff. Like, that is a great marketing strategy. That is a great marketing strategy. Because one, it allowed us to see all of the Ivy Park items without having to even think about a runway. Because remember, she did this during the panorama. Wasn't nobody going to no runways. Wasn't nobody going to no fashion shows. So she basically created an online fashion show by sending these boxes out to these celebrities. Exactly, Abby. And that's what we were talking about. We were talking about you create that supply and demand because you release a limit. Michael Jordan does it with his sneakers. Well, Nike does it with their sneakers. You create a limited amount. So you create a demand for it. People are going to stand in line. People are going to stay up at midnight. People are going to max out their credit cards because they want to get that Ivy Park, because they know if they wait, they ain't going to be able to get it. It's too much work for you, child. But anyway, so since we're speaking about Beyonce, let's go on and keep it going. So Mama Tina got a talk show coming on Facebook, y'all. The same place where you can find the Red Table Talk and Taraji P. Henson's talk show that she discusses mental health. I think it's called Talking with Mama Tina or something to that effect. And the theme song is sung by Beyonce and Blue Ivy, which I ain't even mad at. It's a cute little theme song. And in the clips, we see all sorts of celebrities coming through to talk to her. Of course, we saw the Kelly Rowlands, but we saw Kevin Hart. We saw Marseille, the little girl from, well, not little girl, the young woman from Blackish. We saw Zendaya. Like, you see all these different, and they're coming through to talk to Mama Tina, and I am so here for it because I like Mama Tina. I love Miss Mama Tina, okay? And they're coming to her home, and they are sitting down, and they having some talk. So that launches, I want to say it launches soon. Is it February? Maybe it's February. But I'm here for it. I ain't saying I'm gonna watch it, but I'm here for it. I'm definitely here for it. Yeah, I'm here for it. I'm not gonna appreciate it. Because I feel like if you follow Tina Knowles on Instagram, first of all, she's hilarious. She's absolutely hilarious. I love her on Instagram. When she has her corny joke, was it Corny Joke Wednesday or something like that? And she be telling them damn corny jokes, child. She's hilarious. I'm not necessarily interested in watching it. Peaky Tiki. I'm like I said, I ain't watching it probably, but it's cute. It's a cute concept. It's a cute little concept. I'm here for it. I'm definitely here for it. You know. And again, it depends on because y'all know they're gonna do the same thing with that they do with the Red Table Talk. When somebody goes on there and says something salacious or drops some new tea, it's gonna be all in the blogs and to make us go over there and watch it. So I ain't saying I won't never watch an episode, but I'm not gonna be a frequent viewer, child. We ain't got to that yet, Abby. We ain't got that yet, Abby. we it's on it's on the docket. It's on the docket. What's up, little baby? I hope we're not going to get in her business. And the next, we learn she had entanglements and whatnot. I have not watched Taraji's show. No, I have not watched Taraji's show. Well, since Abby done dropped it in the chat, let's go on and talk about it. So Megan Good and Devin Franklin. Well, Devin Franklin has filed for divorce against Megan Good. Now, I was just talking about Megan Good the other day because the new show Harlem, which I did do episode 1. I'm going to review it. I'm going to be reviewing Harlem. Harlem just she's the star of it. And I remember watching, I'm not even gonna lie, y'all. I remember watching Harlem and I remember thinking to myself, if this show keeps going in the direction, because I've only seen the first episode, but I was like, if this show keeps going in the direction that it's going, I'm really wondering what the status is of her relationship with her husband. I said that to myself. Now I wouldn't say that publicly, y'all, because I don't wish bad on nobody's marriage. I don't even like to put negative vibes out there. But I was watching it thinking, I really wonder what the status is of their relationship. I remember thinking that because I was sitting here watching it going. But then I had to say to myself, she's an actress. You know what I mean? She's acting. She's doing her job. She's an actress. So then I didn't let myself go too deep there because I was like, she's an actress, right? I'm surprised because he was just congratulating her on the new show on Instagram. Well, y'all know how they do, y'all. Y'all know how they do. There were whispers that they were separated. It's okay, Ebs. It's okay, boo. What made me think that? Only because I think that in the last 9 years that Megan Good has been married to him, she's been very intentional in the roles that she took. She's been very intentional in the roles that she took. And I feel like, again, there's nothing wrong with this role. Absolutely nothing wrong with this role. Absolutely nothing wrong with this role. But it's a little more risque than the roles she has taken in the last 9 years that they've been married. In my opinion. So it made me think. It just made me think. I don't think the show is the reason why they're getting divorced. No, I don't think that. I just think that because they were going through a divorce, I don't know if this is a role she would have necessarily taken if they were still happily married. And I don't know that to be a fact. I'm just saying China White was like, what made me think of that? And that's just what, when I was watching it, that's what I was thinking about. I was like, she's been very intentional in her roles that she's taken since they've been married. Very intentional. Not a whole lot of cussing. We know that she still can work a red carpet and a dress. So we ain't even talking about that. She still be working the red carpet with her dresses and stuff. But even her roles wasn't a whole lot of cussing. It wasn't a whole lot of sex scenes. It wasn't a whole lot of stuff like that. And the first episode of Harlem, she curses. She got it ain't really a real sex scene. It's like a semi-sex scene. But it's very provocative. It's very risque. And again, one may not have nothing to do with the other because she is an actress. At the end of the day, she's still an actress and she's just playing a role, right? And she's been very clear about that over the years to say, don't judge me off of my job. Don't judge me off of what I do because I'm an actress first. But again, I just feel like, because again, I see the direction where this role might be going. That's all. Harlem was filmed last year, so why wait until now? Maybe they were working on some things. Maybe they were working on some things. Like, you never know. People break up and then they get back together. You know, some people may never want to announce. When I was looking at the second episode of Selling Tampa, I'm gonna do that review tonight before I go to bed. There was a whole storyline about one of the people on the show going through a divorce and they tell no damn body. And I just feel like that's not anybody's business. Like, if you choose to share your marital problems and you choose to let people into that part of your life, that's great. But you don't have to, and maybe it's just becoming noticed now because in some states you have to be separated first before you can file for divorce. In some states, you have to go through like a trial separate. Like, there's certain steps you have to take. And so maybe they were going through all of those different steps. And because they are so faith-based, maybe they were going through counseling. Maybe they were really, really trying to make this work. And it just didn't. I understand every married couple isn't devoted to wearing their rings, but they were. So when we're used to seeing it on, you recognize when they're off. Did you hear about stuff? Y'all keep coming in here trying to rush me. Yeah, we about to talk about that. Big Ed. We about to talk about that. Y'all coming in here with all the tea today. Yes, we about to talk about it. We really gonna talk about that next. In North Carolina, you have to be separated for 5 years. Damn. I know in Maryland it used to be a year. I don't think you have to be separated a year anymore. But in Maryland, you used to have to be separated, and like you had to establish a separate residence. Y'all couldn't be like, oh, I live upstairs and she lived downstairs and we not having sex. No. So I just feel like, again, I don't know these people. I don't know nothing about what these people have going on in their real life. We only know what they show us and what they want us to see. But I honestly feel like when I was watching that, it just made me feel like I just question whether she would have done that role if they were in a good place. That's all I'm saying. I don't think he has kids. I don't think either one of them have children. I don't think. Folks have recognized they weren't in each other's photos too. I follow Megan on IG and I have noticed that he hasn't been. Oh, 1 year. Oh, okay. Because I was like, 5 years. Damn. Some people ain't even been married that long. You want to make them stay separated for 5 years? Damn. She mainly posts herself and her extended family, not Devon, whatever. Well, I thought North Carolina was only a year. Married at first sight couples from Charlotte only had to wait 12 months. Yeah, she cleared it up. Y'all, it's in the chat now. Y'all know the chat be moving slow, y'all. Well, since we talking about marriage and divorce, let's roll on over here to the Currys, honey. So rumor has it, word on the curb, allegedly, they have an open marriage. They entertain side flings, and that is what they do to keep it spicy. Now, listen, I just got one question for y'all in the chat, and I want y'all to be honest. Now, everybody was talking about they want that Steph Curry, what's her name? Aisha Curry kind of love, right? Everybody want that Steph Curry, Aisha Curry kind of love. Now, let's assume it's true, because again, this is allegedly. We don't know this to be true. That's just what somebody's saying. But assuming that this is true, y'all still want that Steph Curry, Alicia Curry kind of love? I'm just asking for a friend. You know what, Tracy? Oh, I'm sure. I am absolutely sure that the NDA on that thing is airtight, honey. Airtight. Abby, clearly, you and Lil Baby, then listen. If it don't fit, keep walking. I'm not doing this with the two of them. You said they still a boring couple. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if I believe that though. I really don't think I believe that. I don't think I believe that. I mean, people do what they do and it's their business, and I really don't care. Honestly, I promise you I don't care. But I just don't believe it. I really don't believe it. I don't believe that that's what they got going on. I don't. But a lot of people, now I believed it because I knew some people that knew some people. But a lot of people A lot of people didn't want to believe that about Will Smith and Jada Smith, and now fast forward, we find out it was true. Now I knew it was true. I'm not gonna tell you how I knew. I'm just gonna say I knew it was true. But my thing is this. I can't tell somebody how to move in a non-traditional. Like if you want to have a non-traditional marriage, as long as you are not infringing your beliefs on somebody else and you are forcing somebody to participate in your foolery, if it is a consenting adult and y'all are signing the paperwork to keep it between the two of y'all and to keep it on the hush and keep it private, please understand I don't give a damn. And I need y'all to know that. Because everybody does what they do in order for their marriage to be successful, right? Did I partake? No, I didn't partake, but I know people who did. Okay, let me go leave it at that. Okay. That's why I'm trying to figure out now. You know, rumor has it that Walter from Ready to Love DC, rumor has it that Walter dibbles and dabbles in the alternative lifestyle. And baby, I'd have made some phone calls to some friends of mine. I want to know if it's true, because if it is true, baby, you think it's a misdirect or something else going on, and how worse could it be if they're using this to cover it up? I don't think it's a misdirect. I just think that, you know, the thing about rumors is that rumors start somewhere. And now that we have social media and people can just hit up a blog or hit up, and because here's the thing, when somebody show us some proof, then I might put a little more validity into it. You know what I'm saying? Then I might put a little more validity into it. But until you show me some proof, it ain't a whole lot I can do with it. I'm sorry. I believed it about Will and Jada. I don't believe it about the Currys. And my thing is this: I don't know if I don't think I believe it, but only because it just seemed to come out of nowhere. Like it just seemed to come out of left field. Like, where is this coming from? You know what I'm saying? But the reality of the situation is, it could be true. Shit, that's their business. That is their business. If that's what they do to keep it spicy in the bedroom, girl. Again, because remember, a couple of months ago, we found out that his daddy and mama was having a whole messy divorce, a whole messy affair situation. So that sort of put a little bit of tarnish, because the Currys are held at such a high regard. That sort of put a little bit of tarnish on it from the beginning, right? So, sure. The parents' divorce came out of their divorce came out of nowhere. Nobody even knew it. Like, it was like, and then it was ugly. Like when it did come out, then it was nasty. I was like, where in the world is all this stuff coming from? We never heard anything. Well, mainstream. We never heard anything negative or nasty. We need to stop putting dirt on King Curry's name. Child. Child, child, child. Oh man, y'all need to order me some dinner, honey. I should have ordered dinner before I went live so it would be delivered by the time I got done, because I'm not going out this house. Anyway, so last but not least, so I keep y'all posted, child. You ain't Tracy. I ain't doing this with you. What's up, Markel? Not tell Steph to call me. I'm not doing this with none of y'all. I'm not doing this with none of y'all. Not tell him to call me though. Y'all are stupid. Y'all are so stupid. Okay, so y'all, maybe I'm just gonna run down to McDonald's. I'm not throwing out of the equation. All right, so last but not least, y'all. Let me do this. Last but not least, y'all, we have the whole Porsha and Dennis are fighting. Porsha and Dennis are fighting. Now, first of all, we all know that this Porsha Dennis situation is just a bad idea. It's just a bad idea. This show, I really think Porsha thought that this show was going to redeem her in some sort of way, right? I think she thought it was going to redeem her in some sort of way, because she was getting it, right? She was getting it in the media. People was, coming for her. I want Porsha and Dennis to get back together. Child. So here's where this is some bullshit. Now, y'all know that on these shows, they get first looks. Like, they see the show a week before the show airs. So Porsha has been on social media all week doing damage control about what we ain't even seen yet. She's talking about some in light of some things Dennis will say, yada, 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 yada. Why are we addressing shit that we don't know yet? Like, if it hasn't come on the show yet, at least let it run. At least let it run on the show. Why are we talking about some shit that we don't even know happened yet? Okay? And ultimately, I think the bigger problem is Porsha really thought that this was going to be her, her redemption situation. Whether you think the story is real or fake, because at this point I don't know and I don't think I care. But whether you think the story is real or fake, I really thought Porsha this was gonna be her redemption. This is gonna be her way of explaining, justifying, defending, da 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 da. So now you want to go on, you want to go down to the social media, and you want to say, that I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, my bad. I was placing my order. So now you want to get on Instagram and you want to embarrass this man. Now you want to talk about the fact that he don't pay child support. Now you want to talk about the fact that he gave you a fake Rolex. Now you want to blast him and put all his business out there. 1 minute now, up until this show, he was a great dad. Y'all were doing a great job of co-parenting. You didn't have nothing bad to say about Dennis. Now that the show, because it ain't Dennis, it's the show that's painting you in sort of a bad light. Now all of a sudden, you feel some kind of way about Dennis and he don't pay no child support. Now, when I look at people like a Dennis and a Porsha and you say to me that he's not paying any child support, my next question to you though is, but what does he pay? What does he do? Because what I refuse to believe that Dennis doesn't do anything. I refuse to believe that Dennis is just a straight up deadbeat and he don't take care of nothing. And she said he pays for daycare and he pays something else. I think she said he pays daycare, he pays something else. I refuse to believe that you don't call Dennis up whenever you feel like calling Dennis up, asking for whatever you feel like asking Dennis for. I refuse to believe that when, Dennis has her, that he don't pay for everything. I refuse to believe that even when you say that he pays for daycare, you see, I think we're playing word games because you say he pays for daycare. Ma'am, you have a nanny. So is he paying for the nanny or is he paying for daycare? Because a nanny is payroll. Like, that's an employee. That is a whole employee. If you have a nanny, that is not taking your child to daycare, which is still expensive. Let me be clear. Daycare is still expensive. But that's taking that child to daycare during the day, dropping them off and picking them up and paying for that is a whole different ballpark than paying for a full-time nanny. Because let's be clear, Pilar got a nanny. So when you say he's paying daycare, what we talking about here? So, he might not be giving you a set amount every week because you probably know you getting more from him by doing it the way you're doing it. You probably getting more from him doing it this way because the court is not going to make Dennis pay for Burberry outfits and Balmain and Louis Vuitton dresses. And like, the courts ain't going to make him do that. Right? The courts are gonna look at his income, and let's be clear, Dennis probably make a good little piece of change, but Dennis ain't no multi-millionaire. He's not. He made good money. He owns some businesses, and he probably would have to pay a little piece of change. I'm not saying he wouldn't have to pay no change. He probably would have to pay a little piece of change. But I bet you Porsha is getting more from that man doing it this way. But you playing word games by saying that he ain't paying child support. No, you don't have him on child support. Because here's the thing. Your daughter is damn near, how old is Pilar? Like 3 now? This is the first time we're hearing about this. This is the first time we are hearing about this. Same thing. She defended herself about this damn Versace robe. Now all of a sudden, she bought the robe. And 3 weeks after she bought the robe, she found out that Dennis had rehired one of the women that he had cheated on her with down to his restaurant. And so that is why she refuses to give him the robe back. Ma'am, the math ain't mathing. Because one, it seems to me like that would have been the first thing you said when this whole situation of the robe came up, when the producers in your confessional asked you why you won't give Dennis that robe. It seems to me like that would have been your reason. Because that seems pretty reasonable. I've been known to take some shit back. I'm not even going to front. I have been known to take some shit back. Now, I'm just going to tell y'all the truth now. I'm a little older, a little mature, and whatever I give you, and it's yours, and I don't do that no more. But in my younger days, I've been known for shit to come up missing when we break up and you ask me where the such and such is, and I'm like, I don't, what? You must have took that with you. I don't have it. I don't know what you're talking about. I've been known to do that. I ain't even gonna lie. But now, all of a sudden, you got this whole story when it comes to this stupid ass robe. But they have been talking about this robe for 2 episodes, and this is the first we're hearing anything about you bought the robe for Dennis, and then you found out that he was cheating on you, and that's why you won't give him the robe back. And the math ain't mathing, because when y'all went to dinner down to the Fogo de Chao, and Dennis said, you wanted me to give you your ring back at Christmas, and when I wouldn't give you the ring back, that's when you broke up with me. She said, yes, that is what happened. That at Christmas time, you wanted your ring back. Y'all were back together. Y'all were a couple, but you wanted to be engaged again. And Dennis said, we're not ready for that. We still got some stuff we need to work on. Let's take it slow. And when you said that you gave Dennis to the end of the year, and when he refused to give you your ring back by the end of the year, that's when you said it was over. At no point in that story did you bring up a hoe. At no point in that story did you say, well, Dennis, you remember, I was hesitant about getting back with you. Hey, love, Blake, where you been, boo? At no point in time did you say, well, I didn't want to get back with you because you was rehiring recycled women that you used to sleep with. Like, you ain't say nothing about that. Because here's the thing, Porsha. If you would say these things, I feel like you would have more people on your side. And she did mention something about editing, which we know they always complain about editing when editing don't go their way. They always complain about editing when it don't go their way. But at no point in time when you complained about the editing did I read, it might be out there, because I don't read everything that they write, child. But nowhere did I see you write out there and say, I said this on the show and they cut it out. I told my side of the story on the show and they cut it out. At no point in time did I see that. So at the end of the day, Porsha, you thought that you were going to finagle your way into a show. And you thought that you were going to be able to use this show you were going to be an executive producer, and you were going to have some sort of control, and you were going to be able to spin this narrative the way you wanted to spin the narrative, and you were going to be able to, whether the story is real or not. Like, again, I don't know how many people believe the story or not at this point, don't care. But whether the story is true or not, you thought you was going to spin it. You thought you was going to be able to spin this whole narrative around and make yourself look good, and you don't. It absolutely is a rebound situation. Court documents. Let's do this, y'all. There are 2 different scenarios we can look at. 2 different scenarios, right? Scenario number 1, this is a real relationship. Scenario number 1, it's a real relationship. Porsha did some shady shit. She started dating Simon. The timeline don't add up. You lying about when y'all met. You lying about when y'all started dating. But it's real. You really love this man. You really gonna marry this man, right? That is storyline number 1. That is scenario number 1. If we believe that the relationship is real, then I feel like you still want Dennis. I feel like you're not over Dennis. I feel like you, and Dennis has been, and let's be clear, Dennis has been honest and said that he still loves Porsha. He's been honest about that. He has not pretended like it ain't, like he ain't still feeling Porsha. He don't still want to be with her. He just said that he didn't want to move too fast like they did the first time. He didn't want to move too fast, which I don't think is a bad thing. Like, every time you dating don't mean you got to be engaged. Like, I think at this point, I do think people should date intentionally, meaning you have to be dating with the same purpose in mind. If if I'm dating somebody and I say, listen, I'm in no rush to get married, I don't need to date somebody that want to be married by the end of the year, because we ain't the same. Our goals ain't the same. But if I'm saying, listen, I'm ready to be married, this is what I'm looking for, my husband, then my dating intentions are different. At this point, all I'm looking for is a man that I can talk to on a regular basis. We have great conversations. We can talk intellectually together. We can travel together, and he can give me some good. I don't need him to live here full time. That's not what I need in my life. Don't need that. But everybody is different. Abby, my girl, it's no mistakes that Abby has been very clear in her intentions. Abby feels that she is a wife and she is waiting for God to bring her husband. Abby dates very intentionally. You understand what I'm saying? So that's scenario number one. Scenario number two, this bullshit is fake. And Porsha did this just for the purposes of trying to get a TV show and all of that. Now, the only reason why I say that I don't go down that road is because if this were a fake storyline that Porsha was doing just to try to get in with the get in, I don't think she would have quit her other jobs. You see what I'm saying? Like, why are you quitting Dish Nation? Why are you quitting Real Housewives of Atlanta? That doesn't make sense to me. Like, why are you cutting off your bag? That you, by your own admission, you worked so hard to build back up. You worked so hard to be an independent woman, to buy your own home. You never wanted to put yourself in a situation you found yourself in with Cordell again. You never wanted to do that. And so why would you, at the first sign of, for a fake storyline, quit your jobs? Now, that's why I think that Porsha really feels like she gonna marry this man and she gonna live that lifestyle that she wants to live. That's what I think. You said she's impulsive, peace, love, but that's what I think, y'all. I think that in her mind, she understands that there's a prenup. She understands that she's not gonna walk away with a whole lot of money. But I think that in her mind, she feels like, I'm gonna be everything he wants me to be, and I'm gonna live this good lifestyle. I'm gonna fly to private jets and stay in the $1 million homes all over the country. And me and my daughter and my nanny are going to live the good life. Like, I honestly feel like that's what is in Porsha's mind. Because why would you quit good money? I could even see her quitting Real Housewives of Atlanta, but not quitting Dish Nation. Those two things don't have nothing to do with each other. Dish Nation don't have nothing to do with the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Why are you cutting off that check? That's the only reason. When all of this is over, Porsha will be back. Right. Absolutely, Lil Mackie. Listen, Porsha, I think we said this the other day. Porsha ass will be back on next season. She ain't filming this season, but she'll be back on next season because this shit gonna be over with. I don't see Porsha and Dennis, and Simon. I don't see them making it to the next season. I think we're gonna go through a rotation. And I think that's it. Like I said, the only way I see her getting a season 2 of this show is if it's the wedding. If they're like, it's the whole, y'all know how they do. It's the planning of the wedding and her bridesmaids and her being a bridezilla and all that. That's the only way I see a season 2, because nobody cares about this. Listen, every week the ratings drop. We barely care about this right now. We don't care about this for another 7 episodes. I think is it 10 episodes, y'all? Is it 10 or 8 episodes? Don't nobody care about this for another 7 weeks. I promise you they don't. Dennis don't want to marry Porsha. He ain't through dating. So she chose money over love. I agree with that. I can agree with that. He ain't ready to get married. The man had 3 wives, and he is a moving company on standby for when he is done with them. Listen, and that's what I said yesterday. Or what's today? Wednesday? Shit, I can't keep up with the days. Today's Tuesday. Tuesday. Yeah, today's Tuesday. That's what I said yesterday, y'all, when we were talking about the Porsha's family matters or whatever. I said that yesterday. I was like, this is a man that does not respect marriage as an institution. He looks at marriage as, I love you, let's get married, and when I'm done with you, we're gonna divorce. I got an airtight prenup. I might have to write you a check for a little bit of a little change, and then you can go ahead and do what you're doing. Like I believe that Simon loved everybody he married. I believe he did. I believe he loved all the women that he married, but I also feel like he is not. Listen, when a man tells you he cheated on all of his wives, and he just divorced wife number 3 or 4, and then you saw him add at the end, well, except for my last relationship, boy, bye, you cheated on all the women. Now I know that sometimes a leopard can change his spots, but let's be clear. I actually like Porsha for Simon, but it's too obvious that she's not over Dennis. Just go to boot camp. Now that would be funny. Child, Keisha, her mom, that auntie did a lot. Like, I was looking, see, that couldn't have been me and my family and my auntie doing that. Listen, I'm so here for Auntie Liz, SDK. Auntie Liz said, listen, I don't know y'all. We are supposed to be here, healing our family. And y'all not family. I don't know you. Who are you? See, that's my grandmama. May she rest in peace. That would have been my grandmother. My grandmother would have been, who are you, darling? And she would have added the because she was good for adding a darling at the end. Who are you, darling? You're not part of this. I thought this was a family-only event, darling. You're not. Who you married to, darling? Okay, because I don't know you. And all of these are my children. And my children's children. So I don't know you. I don't know why you're here. Like, that would be the whole conversation. And I would just be sitting back giggling. I'd just be sitting back giggling. I'll be sitting there like, And she fits well at this nation. They're like family. They have fun and get paid too. Porsha. Yeah, I just didn't understand. Like, again, if you want to leave the Real Housewives of Atlanta, that's fine. Because, like Andy said, the door's always open. She can come back to that anytime she's ready to come back. But I just didn't understand her quitting her jobs. And that's why I said I think that in her mind it's real. And when I say real, like, they're going to really get married. Your grandmother. That's why I listen. That's why I'm here for Auntie Liz, because Auntie Liz is my grandmother. When they cut to her and she said, when the woman that was like their little spiritual guide that was with Lauren, and she said, see, she wasn't ready for the black side of this situation. She said, we done went to the black side and she wasn't ready. I said, you know what? The show was originally healing their family from the civil rights. I think then they switched it on her. She was an actress. They show where Auntie Liz has been on like Tyler Perry Productions and stuff like that. She was an actress, but she's still Porsha's aunt. Like, she's done acting roles, but she's still legit Porsha's aunt. Well, now that makes a little bit of sense, SDK, because Auntie Liz really does look like this ain't what I signed up for. Like, she really looks like y'all told me this was a costume party, but everybody showed up in denim and sneakers. Like, my invitation says something different than the rest. Like, she really does look like she is at the wrong party. Okay. Oh, we only have 2 episodes left. Oh, see, less than I thought, child. Where's Shamia, the best friend? Right. Auntie Liz's husband used to be on the Heat of the Night. Who, Sparkle? You know how to. Oh, now I gotta Google it. Who, y'all? Who was her husband? Y'all know how I love the Heat of the Night. Who was her husband? Y'all know how to see every episode 20 times. Who was the husband? Oh, I gotta Google that. Sparkle. You gotta let me know who he was, girl. Oh, well, then she might be all right if it's only 2 episodes left. Because, like I said, the ratings dropped. Jimmy Dawes. I know. Okay, that was her husband. That is interesting to me. Look at that. That's funny. It's funny because I was gonna say Jimmy Dolls because I was trying to think of who had a recurring role, like who would be on more than one episode, and Jimmy Dolls was that little snitch down in the bottoms. Y'all, we might need to do a heat of the night watch along over the Christmas break, y'all. What's up? Coming to the stage, Watermelon Sugar. Originally, it was supposed to be 10 episodes, but from what I've learned, they were only doing 6. Cause they listen, cause they don't have nothing. Listen, they like we can't. We don't have nothing here. And Dennis has sold the whole show. Like Dennis has sold the show, y'all. All right. So last but not least, we have the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills who are currently filming. Okay, the noise. Hold on, y'all. The noise. Hold on. All right, that's better. You know what? I think I do remember Aunt Liz being on the heat of the night too. Y'all, you know what? This what we gonna do. Y'all, this what we gonna do. I'm gonna try. I'm sorry, Watermelon Sugar. I'm gonna try and do my. I'm gonna try to find what episode that Aunt Liz is on, and we're gonna watch it, y'all. We're gonna do a watch along with Aunt Liz episode. Thank you, Xavier. Mwah. Thank you. Child, I don't know why that noise be coming. I don't know what that noise be doing. I don't know where it be coming from, child. But yeah, so the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is currently filming. No, well, yes and no, Abby. Yes and no. I put a new microphone on my family wish list because I want the Yeti. I want the Yeti microphone. So I put that on my wish list for my family. I wouldn't ask y'all to buy me no $70 microphone. So I'll see if I get it. I'll see if my family hook a sister up with it, child. I'll see if they hook me up with it. Um, if not, I just have to buy it myself. Um, so we have 2 new housewives, and one is what's up, Mother of Cats, and one is who we've already been talking about. We've been talking about for 2 years. They've officially added Will Smith's ex-wife Cherie as a friend of the show. So she's been filming with Garcelle. She has officially been added as a friend of the show. So I'm here for it. I think that is something that all of us have talked about. We have all talked about it here, about what they should and should not do, what people they should bring on, people of color, to kind of give Garcelle a moment, give Garcelle some allies. And so I am here for it. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. They also added another woman, Diana. I forget her last name, but she's very active in the um arena. She's very active in the philanthropic arena. She's gotten awards from the Elton John HIV Foundation. She is where what's up, King Retro? What's up, babes? Um, she's worked with she's she's in a partnership with a really big philanthropic organization, which is escaping me right now. But I know it was Elton John and it was somebody else. So she's full time. She's full time. She's full time. So we're gonna see it. Like I said, they are filming right now. They had the Hulk production because all them people had the wrong. I don't watch it, but if Cherie is gonna finally address those threesome rumors, I'll tune in. She not, child. She not. But she don't play no games. Well, Dorit was supposed to be demoted before she got robbed. The rumor was that she had been demoted to a friend of the show, that she had lost her diamond. But then she got robbed, and now she got a whole storyline. Lisa Rinna and her daughters are not getting along, so that's her storyline this season. That her and her daughters are going through some strife, going through some things. I don't know what the rest of them people talking about. So the lady married to that British billionaire, Dorit's friend, isn't going to be on there. I don't know, little baby. I don't know. I'm just, I don't know. Child, yeah. So, all right, y'all. Well, thank you for the 100 people in the chat. If you are not subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. Please make sure you have hit that like button. Make sure you have hit that like button. And I am getting ready to get out of here, you guys. I will talk to y'all later. Peace. Yeah, I already talked about the Franklin. Sorry. Yeah, I did.